First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You run the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling. Let me click over real quick.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Yeah.
Ready, ready.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Ready, set.
Oh, fighting off the defender. Call it no gain on the game's first play.
59,
and it's second down now.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points
Got
scored in the
21.
NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me,
51,
that's
stop.
the magic number.
Hey,
20 points
Charlie.
scored gives yourself the
55,
best chance to win.
So if they're around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down,
Ready,
but this
ready.
one is incomplete.
25.
So now an early 3rd and
coming
10
after
here
you.
on their
I'm coming
opening
after you.
drive.
Ready, set.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 14
play
yards
to win.
there and a Falcon
Let's
first down.
go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good
Ready.
pass.
And you know what I've
Mike,
observed
number
over the
53.
years in the
Mike,
NFL?
53.
The better
All
a route
day.
runner you
All
are,
day.
the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a
Go ready.
2nd and 3.
525.
This is where that came from. Check it out, Reed.
11. Ready, set.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Ready,
Well, I
blue
want you to
80.
know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on
59,
display
ready.
there, wasn't it?
They certainly will. Lots of blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he
Let's go,
gets it
boys.
inside
Let's go.
the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Ready.
Line of
Ready.
scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got one.
Ready, set.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line.
Good work,
15
boys.
yards,
Let's go.
first down Atlanta.
Let's go.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It
Check.
looks a lot like what we saw in
53's
practice prior to the game,
Here
doesn't it?
21.
You know, because on that
Six
last
guys.
big practice
Check, six
beforehand,
guys.
6'6".
you go through
Bullet
your
high.
offensive script. You go through all the stuff to establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard
That's what I'm
line.
talking about. Nice hit, boy.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been
Mike,
out in the field for a long
Mike,
time,
25.
and that last run, they just
You
cut
can't
right
block
through
me.
them.
You can't block me. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Smoke.
Check. Lucky.
Ready, set.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Woo,
2
that's what I'm
sacks last
talking
week,
about.
another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't
Ready.
care at this
25.
point. So the sack pushes
Hey,
him
watch the
back,
screen,
and now
watch the
3rd and
screen.
long for Ryan and the
Watch the screen.
Falcons.
Hey, South. Hey, Echo.
53 is the Mike. Here we go. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, Ryan.
Target.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to
Here
force the
comes the
incompletion.
ball.
And to me,
I
one
see
thing's
you,
for
boy.
sure.
I see you.
When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and
All
taken.
day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now.
Carr and the
59.
Raiders come up
180.
first and 10
Hey, we're
at
good,
their
we're
own
good.
25-yard line.
185. Monday down. Express.
24.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
286.
First time. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He
They tried a
wasn't
quick
ready.
hitter
He
inside, but
wasn't
that one
ready.
was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease in the bathroom. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
He was
Let's
solid
go.
last
Come on,
week, over
run.
100 yards
Run to
in
the
their
ball.
victory on
We
the
got
ground.
one
They
out.
want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week,
Let's go,
it's
baby.
not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
SOS.
The Auburn product, Corey Grant. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Let's go.
Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
Concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Ready.
The Atlanta
25.
offense out there for their next drive.
number 53,
And a
Mike,
methodical
53.
drive last time, but
11.
they couldn't get that knockout blow.
We
They had to
won.
settle for
25
three.
tonight.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body throws, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Black 25.
yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting out and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Ready.
12
25.
yards there and a first
Check,
down.
check.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae
it
Freeman,
back.
here's
Two-jet
first
bomber.
and 10.
Two-jet bomber.
36.
Wait. 280. Get out of
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a
59.
report
Ready.
when we come
25.
back.
Cut. Whip.
Get out.
Now Gallman. And an
Come on,
alley to
come on.
run. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice
Wayne
touchdown, baby.
Gallman,
Keep working.
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
What
So
now?
the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Johnson takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's it.
Bang L. It's a party.
On play action. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Mike. Man,
and now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump
check,
here.
59.
So 5 yards there is one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10.
Motion. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Yeah, baby.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Express.
Heavy, give me something. Give me something. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 5'9", Mike.
That's up.
Here's Grant.
Heavy on the edges. You ain't doing nothing today.
7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
59. 3 bucks.
Express.
They will run with Grant.
It's going to be
That'll
a
hurt the average a bit
day.
as this
It's
time
gonna
they're
be
able
a
to get him
long
behind the
day.
line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now
Oh,
for second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
White down. 180.
Mike is 50.
Express.
59.
Check.
Mike's 50.
Express.
Mike's 50.
That's it.
Here we go.
Second down now.
Go,
It's
go.
Johnson.
It's run.
Finds the seam
It's
inside
run.
the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19
We got
yards
this.
to pick up there. Move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually
Let's
open.
set a tone,
I think
fellas.
that helps
Let's
set
set
him
it.
apart from many of the other backs in the league.
280.
They stay on the ground on first from Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, fellas.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
180.
We
All
own
runs on this drive
We
so
own
far.
them.
It's 1st and 10.
Express. Hey, 734.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Keep playing hard.
And
Down.
we'll remind you,
280.
coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan
I'm coming after
Coachman and
you.
the gang in
I'm coming after
Orlando.
you.
Coach will have stats
Check
and scores
13.
from the early
Check
games going on
13.
here around
You
the
go tight.
NFL.
You
Go,
got,
Chief.
you got tight right there.
Blue draw corkers.
Express.
Get him. Get him. You got him.
Hey, Mike.
Bring it on.
First down
Ricky,
carry
Ricky,
here for
Ricky,
Johnson.
You ain't going nowhere.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll be a pickup of
Let's go,
10
boys.
as they
Bring it
try to
on.
recover from this 10-point deficit.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Down.
First and goal, and they got to be
180.
thinking a chance to get
Hey,
right
we're
back
good, we're
into this
good.
football game.
185.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Express.
Motion.
'41's coming.
That's it.
You ain't
This
doing
is
nothing.
Grant. And he'll
You ain't
take it
doing nothing
into the
today.
end zone for a Raider touchdown. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
17. Raiders 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Falcons take over first
Let's
and
go.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Atlanta
25.
offense out there for their next drive.
So we got man,
Still
man,
more
man.
than a minute to go. So
Gotta go.
there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can overlook the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. The middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On first down, nothing opening up
That's
really
it,
on the
baby.
running play.
That's
Give him
it.
maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught by Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
You punk! Alert flare! Alert flare! Flare! Flare!
Let him go.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Pick! Nice
Brandon,
pick!
this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw, I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Easy, easy. Kill.
They're running it. Mike 9. Mike 9.
Yeah. He don't want none. What's up?
To throw again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Let him know.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Here we go.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that, Tony. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 33-yard line.
Now,
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Deuce right, Chief.
Bang L.
You go night. Time to go night. What's it on?
Mike 9.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
What we got?
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd Third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
80 weapon.
Get down! Get down! That's a hard!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Front to the
boy
ball.
from up
Front
here.
to the
I don't
ball.
think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
That's how you hit. Purdue!
Topper! Topper!
Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Express. He's mine.
They run. It's Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big time play. Not getting free, creating something good.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And that one massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they turned over a fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
Yeah, baby.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Completes it to Davis. 14 yards there. A Falcon first down.
Get ready.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ready. 25. 3 down. 3 down. 51.
At the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on second down. Ryan flush to his right. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide.
Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey!
Hey, Express!
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And the Raiders have got him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Come on now,
A
let's
good
go.
return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
I'm gonna hit
they
you
weren't ready to go on the
all
last
day,
one.
baby.
Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Carr. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Mike 9.
93. 93.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
What's up?
Here I come. Here I come.
Mike 9. Hey.
Express. What's up? Hold on.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
We got a steal.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of the game. This passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Tuesday.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it.
That's what I do.
What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still important because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Goldman will run it. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. His Eagles are able to regain the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slowly get up. And how might this affect them for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick me up. Here we go.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I know
Well,
you
partner,
felt
I know
that
this
one.
type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistent. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
We have seen this before. And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed
Going the other way.
as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Down. 180.
Mike's 59.
694.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
To throw, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Gallman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It's a big play there
Good
for
work, boys.
Atlanta.
Let's go.
And even
Let's go.
60 yards for him on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
All
one.
day, baby. Let's go.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field,
Let's
right,
go,
where
baby.
you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Mike.
So first and goal, 6 points here. We're going a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Keep getting busy. They can't stop you, son.
With his second touchdown of the game and on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Come on now,
line.
come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
What
The
now?
Raider
What
offense
is?
set to get this
We gotta
drive
get you
started.
to
They're
nine.
sort of
Screen,
seeing
watch the
themselves
screen.
spiral
808.
out of
Screen.
control.
Mike
Let's see if they can
Hey,
get things back on track.
And this is
Keep it up,
where
guys.
the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
31. Raiders 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Falcons take over
All
first and
day.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons
53,
offense
Mike,
at the
53.
line. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served.
Here's Gordon. Down to the 25. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last
Come on,
run.
baby. Let's see what you got.
Now they try the right side here. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 16. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Coming again.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
53's
They're
Mike.
facing a critical
nothing
third
to
down
do.
to try to hold on to this lead.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready to go.
Watch the edge.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53.
All day.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
All day, baby, all day.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy work.
Back 25.
You and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go, baby.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Atlanta, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Starting to guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I do. I do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bag. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bag, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab from man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bag. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit. Acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big. Going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit. Acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me amen, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's the bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Rick Rock. Hip-hop. With hip-hop. Are you ready for some football?
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep where you from? Where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching from it. Look how far we coming.